All right, we are live, and I'm just going to set up my Facebook, and we are going to be live. I'm just setting up my Facebook. That's my favorite line to start the interview with. Like, give me a movie on it for sure in 100 because 100 episodes. Live, and I'm just yeah. Sorry, I have to switch that off. And I've been telling people that there's going to be a movie of just this first line 100 times in 100 interviews. So that would be a very interesting story of me 100 times saying that I'm setting up, things are happening, technically gone. So anyway, good morning from India and good evening. I know many of you are also excited to see this beautiful interview unfold. Janine, welcome to this book. I'm so happy that you're part of this book. It's incredible who you are. We're going to discover it today. And thank you for being part of this book. And also thank you for being one of the most laughing and most vibrant mothers I've met because, usually I'm all lost and everything and I want somebody to laugh at it. But everybody's been very kind to me saying, "Oh, it's okay, you'll be fine and everything." But you just by laughing together with me, you just created some great things. So welcome to this book and welcome to this interview. We have Debbie. I told Debbie, I said you must come here and listen to this. So thank you, Debbie, for being here. And Janine, please go ahead, introduce yourself uh, till here. What's the journey of Janine's journey?
Well, my name is Janine Hebert, and I am 41 years old. I am a mom and a wife and a business owner, and I am a LGBTQ plus activist, being a bisexual woman myself. And I also run a backpack program in my town called Isthmus. And it is a weekend food program to bridge the gap between school programs during the week. And when children aren't able to utilize those programs over the weekend, we send them home with a bag, like a large Ziploc bag of food with lunches and breakfast to help them bridge the gap that may be lacking at home for whatever reason. It doesn't matter. It's completely confidential. And I've been running this now. I think it's my 8th year, or it might be my ninth. I can't remember now.
Wow.
And I'm a competitive power lifter.
Yeah, get to that because I was showing that off in the interview in that announcement design. I've showed you off as the power lifter. I'm like, wow, she just forgot totally talking about that. What I mean, I was watching you and I was seeing you lifting it up, and I'm like, wow, if I can lift my children up even like that once in a day, considered quite powerful. But well,
Uh,
just so incredible, just so incredible. And you know what? You know how universe aligns things in a very interesting way. And a very small fact here is that just we've just had I have my niece and my nephews coming here because we just had a ceremony. We bought a house and we had a ceremony about it. And my teenage niece came up to me and she said, "Do you know what LGBTQ is?" And I said, "I don't know," and I didn't know at that time. I was taking
yeah.
it. I was like, "I don't know," and she's like, "Oh, this is what it means." So I'm like, "Thank you," and I was just wondering that fine. I mean, she just spoke about it, and just next day, you'd come and tell me that if Sarah told me you're an activist with that and you support that. I'm like, wow, so that the universe thinks that doesn't turn up to this new mom and says, "Can you tell me about it?" My niece already was sent my message that don't sound like you don't know, you should know what it is. Form of it, because I'm totally off the news and what the new news stuff, like how new things are short formed and whatever the thing is. So it's a very small fact, but when I just that day in the evening I was introduced to it, I'm like, yeah. So I was already sent a message just out of the blue what it is, and it's incredible, just incredible
Aw.
what she's doing with that. And already Sarah, is Sarah there yet? Sarah's not there. Laurent is there and she's here. So let's start with your powerlifting first. What made you go there, Janine? What made you like decide that this is what I want to do? Like when did you start it? What was it all about?
Um, so I had done strength training, like dumbbells and stuff like that, kettlebells and all that. But the first time I picked up a barbell would have been in the end of April in 2017. So I've only been lifting for about 4.5 years, which is not very long. And so what happened was I was looking to change up my fitness routine, right? And I happened to catch, you know how sometimes YouTube makes suggestions of videos you should watch? Well, I happened to catch in my feed, it said it was M4 women powerlifters. So M4 would be a master's category. So M4 is the 70-year-old women and up
Wow.
powerlifting.
Wow.
And I'm like, so I clicked on it because I'm like, okay, what the hell is this about? So I clicked on it, and these women were in their 70s, 80s, and they were squatting over 200 pounds. They were bench pressing over 100 pounds. Like they were deadlifting over 300 pounds. And I'm like, if those women can do that in their 70s and their 80s and up, I can totally do that at the age of 37. And that's what it was. And I happened to be good at it. And my coach at the time said, I think you should compete. So 9 minutes after I picked up a barbell for the first time, I entered a local meet in Edmonton, Alberta, and the rest is kind of history. I ran with it, and I was less than 3 years later, I became Canadian national champion in the M184 plus group.
Oh, beautiful. Then, Lucy, you should be in it. Lucy is here. You know, she's the youngest of amongst us. 70. She's just crossed 75. So, and
Okay.
she's always ready to learn, and she's this one. I love it. So I think Debbie's just saying that Lucy, you should hear that for sure. This is incredible. You should share that video with us once you're part of the group, because it is an inspiring thing, and that's what this book is about.
Yeah.
If Debbie can do it, if Debbie can do it, if Lucy can do it, or Laurette can do it, if Shika can do it, if all of us can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
So that's
absolutely
trying to get this book together with stories, 100 Shades of Mothers, so that this one mom who will get this book in her hand one day sitting, and she's like, I don't know what I'm doing and I'm totally lost.
Yeah.
She just puts page by page away, and it's not going to be just faces, Janine. It is stories coming out. Every page would be a visual story. It's going to be dancing, women being goofy, women walking, women, I don't know what all is coming up in the book, because I've told everyone, like, there would be an index picture of portrait, but the main picture is just a story. It's going to be stories of women, and that's going to inspire the world. And it's exactly what you just said, that if they can do it, if Janine can do it, I almost think that I should start doing it, because start with my children first, of course, because
we all start at zero, and that's what people like. And I tell women that when they come in and they'll see my teammate Carol and I powerlifting, and we can squat over 300 pounds, right? And people will think, oh, well, no, we didn't start there. We started at zero like everyone else starting a journey. You work your way up, like consciously showing up 4 days a week in the gym or 3 days a week in the gym, and you're just making those steps, and you will get to wherever. It's really the sky's the limit. It's just depending on what time you're, like, how much time you're going to put into it and all that. I don't think I'm an anomaly. I think anyone can powerlift. I really do. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's like putting in time in anything, but just believing that you can do it is starting point. And again, like something that when judgments happen, and a lot of judgments happen, and then we see you lifting, people generally have this notion, oh, she's going to be this badass, very angry person. And
people say that all the time. They're like, oh, I would hate to meet you in a back alley. And I said to my teammate, I'm like, do we look violent when we walk around? Like, what is it? I'm like, we are the nicest people.
Yes, that's what I want to tell you. You're one of the nicest people I've met. You're one of the most warmest people I've met, you're so warm, and the whole notion of the fact that just because she's doing weightlifting, there's must be an angry, lady who wanted to show power and she's is doing it. Versus we're totally opposite at the spectrum because since I've
Yes.
met, like I have disconnected calls because I ran to take my child, just saying all that stuff that I'm
Yeah.
doing. And with
Yeah.
everything, you've just been laughing and smiling and just saying, it's okay, Shika, it's fine. You don't even know me, but you're just saying, it's all right. What's the big deal? Yes, your child is
Yeah.
weak. Go back, just make him sleep, come back. And so just that made me like, in spite of the fact that I didn't have a long conversation with you, I just knew I need to bring it in because your shade is a mother that I definitely think everybody should see because it's not what you see, it's who you are. And in your heart, Janine, you're a very beautiful. I actually, with stories, I go back to sleep and they come to me, and I say it very loud, and I just really think you're a beautiful soul. So definitely
Oh,
bring.
bless you.
And I want people to know that just because she's weightlifting, let me say that she's one of the most gentlest mom I've met. Not nothing else, but just the most gentlest person I've met. Um, so let's where are you heading with? Like you just won a competition, I believe, recently.
Yes. In August, I flew to Florida during COVID. I do not recommend traveling during COVID times, like outside of your country, because it was a very stressful. It was just once. Like I came home and it took me a whole week just to decompress, and I was only gone for 6 nights or something like that. But it was just like it was very stressful. I don't like change, so I'm one of those people. I am the natural homebody by nature. But so I went to Orlando to compete in Pan American powerlifting championships, and I won. So I was glad. I was glad for the experience to go, but I was really, really happy to test negative to be able to hop the plane to come home after it was over. But yeah, so I got to add another medal to my medal rack behind me here, and it was really great because I was really excited to meet women from other countries, and not everyone spoke English, and that was okay because we still made do because there was like this camaraderie of strong women, and we're all just there just trying to do our best, right? Because if people don't know what powerlifting is, yeah, you're competing against other people and that, but at the end of the day, you really are just competing against yourself and being better than the last time you were on the platform.
Absolutely. I mean, uh, just the fact that you view like this whole competition is not competition in itself is a
Yeah,
beautiful thing. That's a message that we not compete. We get into the whole
I'm not
thing.
competitive. That's the funny thing.
All this is an opposite of all judgments we make when we see you lifting it up, right? Because that's the judgment that we make, and that's why again and again bringing that out to start knowing people before you make any judgments, to start knowing
Yeah,
moms before saying that she's like this and she's like that,
yeah,
and she's
yeah,
obsessive or she's
yeah,
workaholic or she doesn't care about her children or she cares about her children too much. We let's get to know, and that's what I was telling you, the mother pulse, like just let's get closer because the
yeah.
same mother pulse that I'm talking about does not judge. All its duty
No,
to do what she
no.
needs to do, to embody the power and to release the children in the world that are going to create a better world. And a new mom will
Yeah,
come back and take the space and then sit there with the same power. So what's happening
yeah,
is once we've gone off the pulse and then we are releasing children who are going further. So the mom which
yeah,
is coming up, the new mom, has questions like, is it worth it to go and sit on that? Isn't it stressful to go and sit on that pulse? Isn't it too much to go? And then it's like all confusion happening. But
yeah.
it's just that we have to start aligning ourselves because that pulse is not judgmental. That pulse is just there to do what she's meant to do. And Jenny, because you've not been in the interviews recently, I've been talking about the animals, right? Animals know that pulse. So
Yeah.
they very unapologetically align themselves with that pulse the minute they have children because they know what they need to do to
Mm-hmm.
release these children out so that the new mom comes back in a better way, in the same way, and comes back and sits and says, all right, that's the way life has to revolve, and that's the hard,
Mm-hmm.
and we're just off it. And then we're
Yeah.
creating this whole confusion, and creating, like, we've started to think, oh, that mother pulse is a very stressful job. Oh, that mother pulse is a very, very, I don't know why we were made mothers, and look at what's happening, and we are going crazy. These are like all the things that we started saying only because we don't know the power. And that's what this whole thing is bringing, to bring them back, to release, to have the harmony, so that the new mom can come back. The new mom
Yeah.
doesn't, the new mom has no idea, and all of us are new moms.
Yeah.
Let me say that all of us are those new moms, because this was lost long time back. We've come
Yeah.
very far,
Yeah.
and even we are new moms, and we don't
Yeah.
know. And so I think this whole journey is going back through this book to find that mother pulse and figure it out, the power of it, the confidence of it, the non-judgmental attitude, the fact that it has some responsibility, and to know that they're not helpless, they are in control
Mm-hmm.
of everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I totally agree with all of that you just said. Like I can tell you that in the last few years, like it's been um I don't gossip about other women because I believe in staying in my own lane. What another woman has to do to make her life the way it needs to look is none of my business at the end of the day. So why am I going to have an opinion about it?
right, absolutely, and it shows it that very clearly, Janine. And the fact is that, we, our boys don't know, our girls don't know, because we don't know, and a mother before us didn't know. And
Yeah.
that's why what the original, which I call the ancient pulse, is like totally getting weak. Whether it's a bee pulse, because I keep saying it again and again, the extinction will happen because the bee mom will say, I'm done. What am I doing? Every time I'm creating, it's getting destroyed. Every time I'm creating, I'm going to get destroyed. And they've started to
Mm-hmm.
give up. Right? They've started to give up
Yeah.
because you can see, I love bees, and that's why I always say it, because you can see how much hard work she does to get that all together. And
Yeah.
if not part of the food chain, but part of the consumerism world, we've just stopped. Like, we are the most smartest thing in the world, which is a bee. We are actually trying to even control that. We're trying to
Yeah.
control, to tell her
Mm.
how many this thing she
Yeah.
should do, how much nectar she should get, because we're controlling with medicines. And then she gets lost, and she's all like a zombie, going, getting the nectar, putting whatever, because she needs.
Yeah.
Nobody attacks them. Everything is just there so that we can bottle them up and then send them. So
Mm-hmm.
that's like, so that's again messing with the bee pulse, right? uh,
Yes.
and her this thing, and messing with the deer, and messing with the tiger, and messing with the whale and the shark, and
Yeah.
like the moms. And
We're all connected. We're all connected at source, right?
that's the
So
beauty of it.
that's yeah.
we were
Yeah.
not we were not connected with anything but that pulse, because yesterday Patty said, when like, everything in this world has a mom. That's the common thing. The mom is like, everybody has a mom.
Yeah.
It's a fact. And that mom is exactly, and you know how we are all like, everything rotates around it. So anyway, I can
Mm-hmm.
talk about it, and so many things I
Yeah.
think about this pulse. And to move forward, let's talk about Janine as a mom. Let's
Oh,
how is she as a mom, and what's her journey?
well, I am a mom to one kiddo who their name is Soph. They are non-binary, and they happen to be on the autism spectrum and very bright and gifted artistically, very smart. Um, and I feel like I've kind of parented differently than how my mom parented me, because I've really given Soph just kind of free range to like figure out. I've said like since they've been little, I've said like this is your life. I'm here to guide you, but at the end of the day, you're going to make decisions, and while we're free to make decisions and make choices, we're not free from consequences of our decisions. So always always know, like, or try to know, but know that you're supposed to make mistakes because that's where all the learning happens. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. So I've just let them kind of organically grow into the human being that they need to be and who the universe needs them to be. Because I really believe my child is here to change the world. I feel that. So whatever that world needs to look like, I believe that age group. I like, it makes me tear up when I think about this generation because I like to think of that our generation is a stepping stone to change.
Right.
And we all can feel it. All of us can feel that there's that change in the air. And I really feel like it has to do with that we're trying to move. We've learned that materialism is not what it's 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 nothing. You can't take it with you. So what do you want your legacy to be when you leave here?
Right.
And are you leaving the planet better than how you showed up?
Right.
This is the stuff that is heart centered for me. And I tell my child this all the time, like, you are here to facilitate change, and while that's not easy, but your generation is doing it. Like, look at how we're opening up to the LGBTQ community. When I went to school at their age, I didn't know any gay, bi, trans. I didn't know any people, but now at their age, like, they're fully aware. Like, we have a large friend group of LGBTQ, and I really feel like that. So my kids' generation is going to keep moving forward in that, because at the end of the day, all of the LGBTQ community, we want acceptance. We want the same rights as heterosexual people have, and we should have them. We're human beings. We're souls having a human experience. So why are we blocking people? Because it's fear-based. And people have been indoctrinated to think that this is something you can catch. No, this is just how we were born this way because the universe needed us here.
Right.
So as a mom, I'm very open. My kid has a question about anything, I'm going to answer it, even all about the sex stuff. Like, I will, as best to my ability, I will be 100% honest, because they can go on the internet and look for stuff anyway. So I just believe in being 100% open about all that kind of stuff. And I have Soph and I have a very beautiful relationship, and I'm so thankful to the universe every day for it.
And I can
That
see that.
they can tell me whatever, like, when they're having a hard time dealing with whatever it is that they're dealing with, they feel free enough to come and tell me they're struggling.
Right. That's
So
beautiful. And you just said that, teaching them that do it, don't even worry about the consequence, because no matter what you're doing, the consequence can still be different. And that's a very beautiful thing to tell your children already about it, Janine. That's amazing. Oh, you can.
I see one of yours.
That he's hiding
I love it.
not behind me, and that he won't be shown, but you can be seen, Sharia, in the camera.
Oh, too funny.
Now can you? Yeah, thank you. Yes. So that's also the consequence of being very open with your children, because you're allowed in the lives and you can go it, and that's what happens. All these things keep happening and you keep speaking. And just a few days back, I was thinking very, very intense stories were coming up. And then my older one has started to hang around so much around me with lives. I don't know what reason it is. And sometimes I was like, I went to my husband and I said, I mean, I don't know what he's downloading at the age of 7, 8. Whenever I'm talking
Like,
and he's down, so much. And my husband, like, oh, he's not listening because he's like in his on his iPad right now when you're sitting there and he's doing something. Oh, I said you are absolutely wrong about it, because his subconscious mind is soaking every single thing I'm talking here, and believe me, it's
yep.
going to come by the time he grows up a little more. All these things are going to be all absorbed and put in front of my table, and I'm wondering what all will come out from his journey. And, but that's okay. But I also believe, because he sees that I'm doing something. He sees that I'm moving forward with good conversations, figuring out the mother pulse. I also think
Yeah.
that download will happen on him, and he would exactly be aligned with it in few years of me talking and hearing about it. So there could be
Yeah.
about him listening to it because he's 8 years old and he can. And
And kids absorb stuff when we least expect them to absorb things,
yes,
right?
absolutely. I have a 2-year-old who shows. I'm absolutely shocked. And this generation is absolutely on another level. The ones who are like 2 years old, they just shocks me with what all I've done, and the imitation is already happening. He already is a photographer since he's 1.5.
Love that. How beautiful is that?
Snatches the phone, and I'm not allowed to take the pictures because uh, snatch the phone and he'll bend down, though he can't click because of the motor skill. But he bends down, he goes closer to the leaf, he comes back, he goes to the sky and he comes back. And I have a lot of videos of him because I want to show it to him that at 1.5, you notice that your mom goes near the leaf, she comes back, she goes here, she comes back.
Yeah.
And that's and Jenny, I love the fact that you are you're again, I've totally I'm done with seeing that the new generation doesn't know, the new generation will not take this forward. You just said it very beautifully that this generation has such incredible talents that they are going to change the world. A mother bringing her children with that is amazing. It's just amazing that you put that forward, that this. And I've met very few people, and I've met one 98-year-old about 5 7 years 8 years back, because of course about 10 years 12 years back we were younger and we were blamed that, oh my god, this new generation is totally unbelievable and look at them and whatever. We think that all the time. And then this one gentleman who was 98 years old told me that this generation is going to change the world. And that's the only time I've heard it, because most believe that we are doomed. Yeah, everything is going down.
Oh no, I don't believe that.
And I love
I
that.
believe that I really do believe we are moving from a me to a we society, like that whole 5D enlightenment. I really do believe that the change isn't going to happen overnight. Like substantial change does not happen overnight. It takes time to lay the seeds and to root down and like really grow. And but I have like I know people are really scared because like we're still dealing with COVID. It'll be going on almost 2 years, or in the new year it'll be 2 years. But I feel like it was kind of I've seen it as a reset, that people are realizing the stuff that they can live without. And you're like, I worked so hard to live in a $500,000 house when a $250,000 house would have been just as comfortable. Do you know what I mean? Like we can't take any of this with us when we leave here. So what is your life force energy being used to create the life that you want? Do you really want that life, or are you being told you want that life? So um I have so much hope. Like I believe that I believe in this universe. I just do. And that pulse is pushing us, if we really listen to it, to move forward, but to be connected with one another, because we are all connected together.
Sorry, I keep muting myself because I'm coughing and I have cold.
Hey, it's all good.
So it just disturbs when the person is talking. But uh, the fact that we can recognize that pulse, Janine, you can recognize that. And I just told you before the interview, and I must tell this to Debbie and Lorette. This is the first mom I find the closest to that pulse I'm talking about. The closest. And what you just mentioned about, are we going to take this with us? What are we creating? What is this whole consumerism and material stuff? That's an Indian saying. We as Indians have grown up.
Really?
Yeah, it's been a lot of funny dialogues in Bollywood. These dialogues have been there by our grandmothers telling us, because this is rooted in our culture. Our culture is
Okay.
it's all about doing and serving. Uh,
Right.
like we also all got lost, of course. Many of us have got lost in India as well. But if you go to the ancient Indian script and everything, it's all about serving. It's all about not being attached to the material thing. The karma you talk about in Gita, which is our do you know Gita, is all about do your work, do the work. That's the important part, not what the consequence, what the result. So you're already speaking some of the Indian very ancient scripts have been speaking, and that's why I'm saying what you're talking so easily is all aligned with the mother pulse that I'm talking, and you're so close to it. Keep moving in this direction. Breakthroughs are going to happen for sure about it.
Oh, you're so kind. Thank you. No,
What?
I feel it. Like I feel it in my, it's like it's a part of my soul. Like I've talked to this about my mom. Like I can feel the universe telling me what I need to, like my next steps. And sometimes my next steps, like as a human being, like we're souls and a human having a human experience, we're trying to rush, but the universe has its own timing, and you can't rush that. So I find myself like with meditation and stuff, I'm like, you just need to slow your roll, and things need to progress as the universe sees fit. It's it's not all about you. So but I really truly believe that it isn't. I'm not fearful for the future at all. I see some really wonderful lights coming out, and I believe that if all of us just really sat down in a quiet space and discovered what truly made us really happy at our core, your life is going to look a lot different, and you're going to live with a really gratitude outlook. And I'm a big believer in gratitude and thanking the universe for the gifts and all that kind of stuff. And I when you count your blessings, you really don't think about the stuff that you don't have. You have more than enough when you have gratitude. So
Okay, Trace is here as well now in the audience. Lorette is here, and Debbie's here. Can you be just give lots of hearts to this incredible woman, because she's all sorted it, and she lifts weight with that image that I'm still very powerful, with a heart so gentle and so amazing. So I want a lot of hearts for her, because I was really looking forward to this interview. I recognized it last night before sleeping, and it happens to me before sleeping because I've had a whole and I knew that you were very close to the pulse, Janine. So unbelievable, and what you said, that the children know about so many things. Like my niece came and told me what LGBTQ is,
yeah,
only at the age of 12 or 13, right?
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
they
yeah,
accept. They are not judgmental
yeah.
about it, because
Mm-mm.
um,
Nope.
it's something that is a common language for them versus our
Yes,
generation. Would you like to
yes.
talk about that? How, as an activist, what are you dealing with? What are you doing in that space?
Well, coming from a small town, I don't even know if we have 6,000 residents here in Bonnyville, but it's very Christian based. And without saying too much, I don't believe all Christianity is very open and welcoming to the LGBTQ community. I'm not saying all, but there is some that are known for not being open and welcoming. And I just want to move past like what stuff you've been told. Like like old beliefs. Like this is the time when all like old beliefs need to just like die off, and like, well, it's not natural and stuff like that. I'm trying to work with some other agencies about bringing LGBTQ support groups into our town, because we have a we do have a population of teenage youth that are on suicide watch because they are LGBTQ, and I'm not having that. There, if a person, it breaks my heart to think that a teenager thinks it's just easier to be a lot. It's better to be dead than to come out and fully be authentic in who you are. I'm not having that. So we as parents, I'm wanting to have other moms on board. Sarah knows about this stuff. We've talked about it, we need to come together, and as parents, we need to stand up for our kids and say, this isn't okay. You have every right to live as a heterosexual child does. We, as a heterosexual teen, as a heterosexual adult, you have the same rights to be as everybody else. And it takes us parents and with other allies to like work together and bring that and be like, this isn't okay. And I want people to be standing up in their churches to say, like, if you're hearing stuff that is like homophobic, transphobic, whatever, you need to stand up and take your church in hand and say, this is not okay. This is not making change, and this is not making people feel included. And I have there's no reason to have that kind of dialogue in your house of worship. I belong to a house of worship, and I can tell you right now, if I heard any kind of dialogue that was in any way at all against that community, I would stand right up in my pew and I'd be like, that is not okay. So I'm very passionate about this, and not just because I'm a bisexual woman, but because I am a mom to a kid who is LGBTQ. And if I would dare somebody to go toe to toe with me to tell me that my child does not have rights as their child does, I dare you, because that's a you problem. That is not an issue about my kid at all being authentic in themselves.
Yes. So incredible. Now see how the mom speaks, because you're mom is
I get very passionate about it because I just can't. I'm not having it.
And that mother speaks. That's what I'm saying, because you're a mom, and you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
not speak about
Yeah.
herself when she's not a mom. She will not stand up the way when it comes to her kids. Nobody messes with them. Nobody messes
No.
with it.
No, and that'll be when me and Janine would come out. Because, like, if you're going to tell me that your child has more rights because they are not LGBTQ, you and I are going to have a big problem. And I'm going to tell you why.
And this is exactly, the way you spoke, the passion that you have. This is what it brings us when we're talking like about our children, and that's the charge of that mother pulse that I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
That nobody tells us. So there was yesterday with Patty's interview. It was, I woke up with this one video, Janine, about this snake. He took away the baby rat.
Yeah. Okay.
The rat is equally big enough for the snake to gulp, right? But
Yeah.
there's a baby rat in his in the snake's mouth, and the snake is like all wiggling away, trying to take it away. And this baby mom is just constantly at the tail doing something or the other and hitting it and biting it and doing whatever it could so that snake somehow leaves the baby. And it happened, the snake was being bitten. Look at the courage
Yeah.
that she was also one of the food. She could have been the food. She could have put the fear and said, my God, now the snake has taken my baby. I'm so helpless. Now I can't do anything. And
Yeah.
snake, the snake is going to take me also away. So no, 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 no. If she was not a mother, she would have been sitting there with fear and easily been taken away by the snake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kept on doing that. And then off the snake, and the snake started to run away. And then she not only like was okay with that, she went inside the bush and made sure that the snake is very far away from the cave, and then
Yeah.
up on the road, wondering where my mother was, what just happened. And then she comes back hopping and looks at the kid, and the kid, and they unite. And I looked at it and I'm like, that's the mother pulse. Like, you
Yeah.
your fear, and you say,
You're gonna fight till your death.
so what if you're this? So what if I'm scared of you? But I'm not scared of you anymore.
Yeah.
The child is in your
No.
mouth. You're not. Don't mess with it. And we will bring this even more and more and explore this whole thing, because
Sure. Yeah.
you're definitely part of this book now, and
You're so sweet.
mothers are going to bring this whole thing out. You can talk about LGBTQ. Somebody can talk about, we did have a little conversation about, childhood abuse, and women up about everything that's gone through it, bullying, and the thing that they have to be quiet, abusive marriages, even celebration. There are mothers talking about natural birth here. They're talking about, having babies and taking the mother pulse without any doctors and having babies with them and taking the whole charge rather than the doctor telling them how do you sit, what all you eat, what all you do. When you are a healthy person, and then you can have your babies just like anybody, any animal somewhere. So there are incredible stories here coming up together,
Yeah.
and we did decide that we will talk about even the childhood abuse, because this is something which I think I'm also uh, the reason why I come down here to start becoming sick, I think, because it's just so the stories I'm soaking in is making me
Yeah.
uh uh I would not like, it makes me think so much. I sit and I just think, and I have these images because I know these are real stories, and I know it's
Yeah.
I've spoken to them. So not because of anything else, I have to energetically keep uplifting. And whenever I do two interviews continuously for continuous this thing, I think I have to take a break, because I just want to give
Yeah.
thanks to each of the moms that they are in my thought and their stories are with me, and I want to give them a tight hug and say, "You're just so incredible. You're just so incredible, and we are in this together to bring this out."
Yes.
And
Yeah.
we talk about that as well.
Yeah.
Then help many mothers as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love what you're doing. It's absolutely brilliant and so needed. Um, I really, I really feel like that whole women against women competition can die off already. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, you can cheer for other women while also pursuing whatever goals or whatever things that you are working on. It's okay. Like, you can cheer for other women, and I believe in that. And I just I feel like it starts with each of us. I know for a fact that if I am in a place where I am not loving myself or not feeling connected within my own feminine energy and stuff like that, that can leave you open to wanting to shit on other women. Do you know what I mean? Like, it has been years since I've actually had like those kind of feelings, because I recognize them. When I'm feeling like that, it's because I'm not feeling real great about myself. So
So I was just like saying, right, right, right. You're so true. So,
yeah,
and
yeah,
we have to stop it. Like we just have to stop it.
yeah,
We just have
yeah. Let's just put on our big girl panties. Whatever you wear thong, you wear big granny panties, it don't matter. Just stay in your own lane. And just, if here's the thing, like, if we're so busy talking about the ill wills of everybody else around you, you aren't focusing on creating a beautiful life for yourself. So I want all of us women to just, like, even if we hear someone else telling a piece of gossip or whatever, it can die with you. You don't have to say anything or mention it to anybody else. Just let it die. You're like, oh, okay, that's information that has nothing to do with me. And just carry on about your life like you never heard it. It's possible to do that. I do it all the time. I'm just like, okay, it doesn't affect my life, but good for you, whatever, and just carry on.
that's the reason you can laugh very openly.
Yeah,
We've stopped
yeah,
laughing. We can't laugh anymore, Jenny, because everything is so tight.
yeah,
And even laughing openly, like it's like if you ask people today, when did you just laugh on something which was not going okay? And that's what I'm learning from
yeah.
you, because every time something goes off and I'm making some comment or I'm doing something, you just laugh about it. And that just,
Because it's just
yeah, it's like,
life.
yes, I love it, and I love it, and it's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. Would you like to talk about anything else that would like because you're working with kids, you're working with LGBTQ. Would you like to bring something else out for women to know through as a message, Janine? This is the time. A lot of people have started to watch this, and we should bring this out now.
A message that something I always have. I like to make quotes. This is my thing, like life quotes and stuff like that. And something that always kind of sticks with me is that whatever you are thinking about is what you're going to bring about. So that doesn't mean that every day that I wake up is like, the hills are alive with the sound of music, and I'm, Mary Poppins flying through the air and stuff like that or whatever. But I'd say 98% of my days I wake up with jazz hands and I'm very happy and all that kind of stuff. And it's not because I live in $1 million house. I don't. I drive a used car. Um, but I know that I'm working on a purposeful life. And my legacy that I want to leave behind is that I filled the world with kindness, because without kindness, there's nothing. So that means being kind to ourselves, being kind to strangers, being kind to our family members. But that doesn't mean that every day is going to be perfect, and it's not supposed to be, because without the bad days, we really wouldn't appreciate the great days.
Oh, so true.
So be kind to yourself. That's it.
Can I say something? And it might sound silly. Can I say something? I would love to be your daughter for sure. Like I would love to be your daughter. So safe your children would be feeling at this time with a mom like this, Janine. I would love to be your daughter, because if a mom stands up like this, and your children are going to, like, they are going to be badass, they are going to know that they are protected, they are going to know they are loved, they are going to know that they're safe. I'm really telling you, I would love to be like, wow, if my mom like thinks like this and feels like this, and 98% of the time she celebrates, and she is not wallowing in self pity. She's not gossiping. She's achieving. She's going for her dreams. So what if I'm bodybuilder? What if I'm lifting so many weights? What if
Yeah.
my child, and what if my child is LGBTQ? I will
Yeah.
live fully, and that's a great message. You're a great mom, and you told me that
Oh, thank you.
I'm a mom at heart, and being sitting here in interviews, I can definitely say that I think if I want to choose my mother, you would be definitely, because not because
Oh,
of anything else, but I know as a child under a mom like this how powerful the citizens are going to come, and they're going to be really true earth citizens. They are going to be, embracing this world with so much positivity and power and being themselves. So it's going to be unbelievable.
yeah.
And I
No, thank
really
you for that.
share, I just say a lot of things that happen, but it's so beautiful. And of course, while talking about it, you've also spoken about your dream of spreading kindness. So I wanted to ask you the question that what's your dream? Because the book is called 100 Self Portrait, 100 Dreams. And I always ask the mother before I end the interview what her dream is. And we are going to, um, uh, so we have so many comments that you're going to go back and read. There is Therese.
I'll have to go back. I'll go back and read them because I obviously can't
Yeah, you
see
must, because
anything.
my God, all of them have been like just showering so much love in the comments, and we're all
Thank you.
all over
Thank you.
the project, and we're so proud of you. It doesn't matter I'm in
Uh,
India, but I'm still proud of you. It doesn't matter if tomorrow you defeat somebody from my country and go and win the competition. I still love you, and I still cheer up for you, because you're a mom that I really, really admire now, and I want to see that video as well. We should share it, like, with people, to say that what inspired you to become this unstoppable woman, and it's just incredible. Janine,
thank you so much.
welcome to the book, and we would love to see your story coming out in the book, and let's see what's our latest. I relate to this message because we are all beautiful and worthy of love, and no matter what we look like. Therese is saying that. Dan, I
Oh,
love you.
bless you.
Lorette is saying that I love this interview so much. Everybody has a right to kindness, honor, love. Debbie is passion shines. So everybody is just putting these comments, and thank you so much for all this love and bearing my
Oh,
cold
thank
and
you.
cough and my hanky, because I think I definitely go down in the history of the only interviewer who comes up in all shades and all everything, and still doesn't stop, because there have been incidences, Janine, that my child, I just step out to switch off the Bluetooth, and my child has just stopped me to breastfeed, and I'm sitting there while the interview is going on, and the person kept on waiting, and then I'm getting comments from people saying, we can only see the curtain. Like, even the interview, the person you interviewed also left. So can you come back? And I'm saying that my child is not leaving me, so I can't. Then I have to send my husband to say that, can you just go off live? Because so a lot of great stories will come out this 100 days that I've spent doing interviews with even 100
Aw.
days with me.
Yeah.
So that would be amazing to see when I go back with my hanky sometimes with
I love it.
stuff. So thank you for bearing that and sending a lot of love whenever I fall sick. All of them send me so much love and say, but I'm
Love
not
it.
stopping. It is going to stop in 100 days. That's it. And then I will relax and chill. We are already 63
Good.
months, 33 more months to go. And
Yeah.
something incredible will happen. So thank you, Jenny. We'll go
Love
offline.
it.
Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Thank you.
Don't go. I'm just stopping the live stream.